October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.
Oh my days.
It's one of them. You know what? I don't even care. And the new.
Come on.
Jeamie TKV, welcome back.
Oh. Yes, thank you for having me back. You know, I always love your interviews.
Listen, I tried to get you on
That day, yeah, man. So much was going on.
day,
Yeah.
but
so
your
much
team
was going
says like you went shopping and you was out living it up in Burton and that. So I was like,
on. Yeah. No, you know what? Yeah, I had to get a few stuff that I forgot, but I was downstairs for 2 hours. You didn't come. I didn't see you.
Well, ask your team. I was there because obviously that's when I spoke to Frazer in it, because obviously Frazer was down there. So it's like I spoke to Ben Shalom and I was like, I need to get the boys. I've got to get the boys. You know what I mean? And then I went down there. You was out moonlighting, and then obviously I caught up with Frazer. I waited around for a bit more, but it was getting dark and I was getting hungry.
Man, hey, I would have bought you some food at the restaurant if you waited long enough.
You know, to be fair, your team offered in it, but nah, I'm not doing that.
I get you.
But anyway, enough of that.
Uh-huh.
Let's go back. Because you know me, I'm one of these that likes to go back, go over those DMs that you had 5 years ago.
All of it.
That's just me, and it. No, but I've seen you a couple of times. I see you back on Talk Sports, so congratulations for that. Because I'm sure I was told you was never going back on there again. So
you told me that.
Don't worry about it, man.
They called us right just as we left that building that day. They said we need Jeamie back. The producers called the team. So, I mean, whoever's saying that is telling lies. Telling lies for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
The producers love me.
Listen, well, it created a bit of a stir. So let's go back to that pre-fight stuff. I know it's going over old ground, but I just didn't get to speak to you for ages. There's an echo in the back. You got headphones on or something?
No, I actually ain't got headphones. Maybe it's is it bothering the?
Nah, you can hear you, but I can hear my voice. You know, like when it echoes.
Oh, do you know what? Because it's on it's loud enough. Like in a way, it's speaker. It's on a speaker because it's probably relaying the voice. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you gotta get a new phone, man.
Yeah, no. I mean, hey, it's the app, man. I'm just doing what the app is doing.
This Talk Sport. So what happened then? Obviously, you guys going up down there, selling the fight. First fight on BBC, British title fight. Talk to me.
You know, I went there. Obviously, I had a plan. These guys think that Frazer got into my head. Someone said I'm not smart enough to get into Frazer's head, mind games and stuff like that. The mind games did start before I went to Talksport. I said I'm a trouble him a little bit, you know. And I was the first one to write a post. I said I won't be happy with a points win. I'm going to knock Frazer Clarke out. That upset Frazer. Not upset him, but it triggered a response. When he responded, me and him been going back and forth. I was busting jokes with him on the DMs, cussing him. He would cuss me and whatnot. And so when we got to Talk Sport, I said, I'm going to get Aggie. If he says anything, I'm going to get Aggie. It was deliberate. So even when Frazer was asking, what DMs? I didn't know what DMs either. I just said, you know what DMs anyway. I just left it, you know what DMs. He didn't know what DMs. I didn't know what DMs. It was just to trigger him a little bit, because if you remember the first presser, it was too nice. That's too comfortable for him. You can't make it too comfortable for him. Even my team said that was too comfortable. You got to make it uneasy for him, which is what I did. And when I made it uneasy for him, he obviously got triggered, and it pretty much sold the fight. And obviously he said some things in Talk Sport which I spoke about on the following presser, on the final presser. But I stayed cool there. That was the real me on the final presser, and I showed everyone that's the real me, you know. And I got into his head. He was really upset with me. I've never seen Frazer like that. He was super rattled. And he wanted to prove a point, just like I said. He just wanted to prove a point, wanted to make a statement, wanted to get me out of there quickly. and that worked for us. You know what I'm saying? He was very rattled, and yeah, he didn't stick to his game plan.
I watched the talk sport and I read the comments,
Yeah,
and a lot of the comments were, you know what, I weren't interested in this fight, but I am now.
yeah. We saw
That
the
was
fight, man.
kind of the consensus that was coming back from the comments. So
Yeah,
it was like, okay, it works.
yeah,
I saw when Frazer was talking about the screw face, like the stereotypical comments that people like you and I will get about being ghetto and all the rest of it. I've
yeah.
had it now. And I was
Exactly.
like, yeah,
He shouldn't be saying that.
where's this come from?
Yeah.
Because then when it got to the weigh-in,
Yeah.
where I was, we saw him do exactly the same thing that he was accusing you of, which was then it's like,
Exactly.
okay, so we've all got it. Then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Very
So
true.
I was
Yeah.
interested in that, and I think I mentioned that to him because I sat down and spoke to him while you was out shopping and that.
You're
And
doing me.
he was saying the same thing about me. He was like, "Oh, you got this screw face and you this and you that," and I'm like, "Right, so what? Am I a thug too?" Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
where are you going with this? Because now you're putting us in brackets. You're
Yeah.
putting us in a box. You're putting us collectively together.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay. And I did say he was Aggie, but he says I was Aggie. Don't get me wrong, it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
But then we get into fight night. So I'm in Birmingham, but I've got yours up on the app. I'm watching it on my phone. So I'm watching like in between two fights. So I didn't see the walkout, but I saw when you both got in the ring. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about you're going out. This is your BBC debut. This is your second shot at a belt.
Yeah.
You know what? It's got to be your words, Jamie. I want to know what was in your head when you was walking out.
You know what? I was walking out. Listen, just like I said, as much as I trained, to be honest, I had a worse camp. But as much as I trained the body as we trained the body, I trained the mind very much for this camp. I made sure I got in that ring with no negative thoughts. My mind was clear. I didn't walk into that ring thinking, look, it's my second chance to win the British title. This may be my last opportunity. It's such a bit. I didn't walk in with none of those thoughts because those thoughts affect your performance. I had a clear vision, everything was clear. I already knew what I wanted to do, and I knew there was going to be a clear result if I kept it clear. I made sure that I remained focused um, at the task at hand, and I never had any other thoughts. But I literally worked on this so much for months. I'm telling you, months. Because if I didn't work on this, I'm telling you, like a lot of things would have affected me in that ring. Even the way he came at me. If I didn't work on this, I would have folded. You know what I'm saying? So this is the most important part besides training. So yeah, walking in there, I was comfortable. People booing me. I was getting booed left, right, and center everywhere. My people, whoever was there for me, their voices were drowned out by the boos. But that's a good thing. I like that. I like being the underdog, being the hated, the villain in that sense. But yeah, I felt like he had somewhat more pressure than I did, and he knew he was in for a tough night. Might have not. He probably overlooked me. When he started very fast, but I know how durable I am. Like I do 10 rounds with AJ, 10 rounds with Fabio often. You know what I'm saying? So I know how durable I am. I know I can do the rounds. So I know his stamina is not the greatest. So once he started off fast, I knew, this is perfect. This is a 12-round fight. You can't start off that fight, no matter what weight you are. You can be the lightest person, and you can be a featherweight, whatever. If you start off fast like that, you won't be able to see out the rounds. You won't be as sharp at the end. And when he started that, instead of panicking, I relaxed. I let him I just let him throw his shots. When I got back to the corner, Barry was happy. He said, perfect. He's thrown the kitchen sink at you and he can't do nothing. And then in the middle of the second round, he was throwing his shots again. And I said to him, it's like, what you got, Frazer? and I could see in his face that really affected him because he was literally trying to take me out. And I'm telling you, there was no power behind it. No disrespect, but there was no power behind them shots. And obviously, I took it well, and then I started coming back because I realized his gas tank was fading from then on. Yeah, but yeah.
What I find interesting, and I'd like to ask you more questions about it, if not even for like personal gain. How did you train your mind to get rid of any doubt? Because that's what you had to do with doubt, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
doubt.
said you were working on that for months. How did you do it?
I've got a mindset coach. I've never had one before.
Oh,
Yeah. I've never had one before. My mindset coach works with Premier League football players. He works with he works with a lot of professional football players. But I'm talking about players that play Premier League first team. That, you know what I'm saying? Proper good players. Like even when he was at the hotel with me, he was talking to a few others. A lot of people they want to work with him now, but he was recommended through a close friend of mine, and he's really helped me along the way. But it's funny because when we started, we was supposed to do the Adelaide rematch, yeah, and we was working towards the Adelaide rematch. Then it got changed, so we were supposed to fight Dave Allen now, working towards the Dave Allen fight. Then that got changed. But funny enough, I'll tell you a funny story. This is how great I find this guy. I find him very spiritual. So I signed a contract to fight Dave Allen. It was all set in stone. Like we were supposed to fight. Me and Dave Allen were supposed to fight. So now, he calls me and he goes, "Jeamie, do you know you're fighting Frazer Clarke?" I said, "What? I'm not fighting Frazer Clarke. I just signed a contract to fight Dave Allen. We're just waiting for the board to put the fight through." Next minute, we see that Frazer Clarke might be a potential opponent. I said, "Oh, that's weird." The next minute, Frazer Clarke becomes the mandatory to fight for the British title. I said, "Cool," but we still tried to push for the Dave Allen fight. We tried to, but Dave Allen said he's not interested in fighting me if it's not for a British. So that fight fell through. Um, and I ended up fighting Frazer Clarke. And I called him and I said, "How did you know? Because there's no way. How can the fight be signed and everything be sorted, and then out of nowhere, you said it, and then I'm actually fighting Frazer Clarke? That's what." And yours, yeah, and you're gonna win the British title. I can see it. I've already slept and I've seen. I'm like, this guy is special. So we worked on the mind, and I walked in there as a champion. That's what I kept saying. I'm already a champion. This is you know what I'm saying? So the mentality, I was on point with it, but I was confident in everything I did. You know what I'm saying? There was no other way around. I didn't see myself losing at all. No matter how bad the fight would have been, even if I got a point taken off, even if I was getting my ass whooped, I knew I was going to win. That's the mentality that I had. No matter what, I was going to win, and that's the result that we got at the end of it.
that is what I'd call creepy. The fact that he
Yeah,
sort of saw what it was. But what's even more creepy is Dave Allen said, "Nah, I only want to fight you if it's for a title." At that
yeah,
point, you could argue that Dave Allen was the A side.
yeah,
He's not yet gone in with Matmadov.
yeah.
Now
It
look at the
wasn't. Yeah,
switch. But look at the
yeah.
switch. Now he's
Look at the
coming to
stick.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I want that fight. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
something else.
yeah. It's something else. It's crazy. The way it just switches overnight is crazy. Yeah.
So when you're in the ring, I'm going to come back to Mr. Psychic in a bit because you need to fling off his number to Anthony Joshua because we don't know why he
Yeah.
might have to come.
Yeah,
Anyway,
might have to. Yeah.
give him number. He needs the number more than anybody else. But when we get back into this fight now, and then you're saying to him, you're looking at him and you're saying, "Is that all you got?"
Yeah.
So when you know that you're going at someone and they're still there
Yeah.
and in your face and you're telling him basically, "You ain't hurting me, bro. Talk
Yeah,
to me from
pretty much.
that point, then I need to be in the ring with you. I need to see what you saw."
Literally, he was breathing heavy, he was leaning on me. So he kept leaning on me and hitting me with some open palm shots. I'm like, come on, Fred, is that all you got? Like literally nothing was affecting me, even though it may have looked bad, maybe the uppercuts
The
and the body
uppercuts
shots.
that looked nasty.
Yeah, but none of it affected me because I know I can take a shot. What happened with Adelaide was a complete free. I've had 72 fights, of the pro fights. I've never actually been down. You get what I'm saying? That was the first time I've ever been down. So it was yeah, first time me being down. But just like I said, I can take a shot. I'm known to have a good chin, despite what happened. But even with Adelaide, I got up for someone who got hit with a shot they didn't see. I still got up. That proves to you how much of a strong chin that I may have. So Frazer Clarke had nothing that could really trouble me, and I felt that from the beginning, from the time he came rushing at me. I felt that from the beginning.
So what happens when you're in the fight, Jeamie, and you know that the tides are turning? Because we often say like, oh, you're starting to grow in confidence. You can see a decline in the other fighter. But what do you see when you're in there and that confidence starts to grow? What is it that you see?
I just see I mean, when my confidence is building, I'm stepping it up. I see him fading. I just see a man fading. I literally saw him fade round by round. I realized I was winning the rounds. I was catching up to him. I think that he won like one of the later rounds. Maybe he won. He did okay. Like he came back a bit lively. But I remember at the end of the 10th, I sat down and
Yeah.
Barry said, "You have 2 rounds to change your life. 2 rounds to change your life." He's saying, but he probably didn't say this on camera because he comes to my ear to keep certain things private. So he told me, "So you have 2 rounds to change your life. Do this for your kids. I don't want to hear no excuses about I should have done this. I should have done this. You have 2 rounds to do it." So if you go back to the fight, you see in the 11th round, I went in there quite lively. I was a
Yeah.
bit lively in the beginning of the 11th, and when I hurt him, I got so excited that I got tired myself. I was ringing in like what I did was I shouldn't be ringing in shots like that when I like you got because I had him hurt. I'm like, he's finally hurt. Let me go. I got so excited, but really, I should have took my time. I would have got him out of there. But unfortunately, I threw a hard left hook that made me fall through the ropes, and which helped him recover. But um, yeah, literally, um, I tried to get him out of there, but he's tough. He held it up. You know, I was surprised, but he was out on his feet. Um,
Mm,
even when they asked him in the corner, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. Even after the
yeah.
fight, which is why obviously he had to be checked thoroughly. But yeah, yeah, it turned into a really grueling, tough fight in the last 2 rounds because just like Barry said, you have 2 rounds to change your life, and I really wanted to change my life, so that was it.
You know, I like though. One of the things I do like about you is your ability to like sit in your honesty.
Yeah,
And I know this sounds like one of these mad relationship podcasts now, and I'm not trying to go down that road.
yeah,
But you know, when you can sit in your honesty as a person, and you said, you know, that those words went into your ears.
yeah,
You went out, you knew that you was ahead, and you
yeah,
got excited. That excited you, you tired yourself out. You were
yeah,
able
yeah,
to laugh at that. It's being able to sit in that honesty and
yeah.
realize that maybe with somebody else that wasn't that tired, that could have been dangerous for you.
Dangerous. Exactly. That's very true. Like even even the fact that they're setting back out in the 12th round. Now imagine if
Should
let's
know.
say yeah. Now imagine if that happened. Let's say it happened earlier where I wasn't that tired. I would have
Yep.
been able to hit him with bigger and harder shots, and that would have caused an issue. Could have caused more damage. You know because he's just lucky that there was only 1 round left and it's the 12th round. But I did start off the 12th round quite hot. If I'm honest with you, I watched
Yeah,
it
yeah.
back. I started the 12th round quite hot, but then again, I used a lot of energy swinging in them earlier shots in the 11th. But yeah, yeah, nah. Look, I'm glad that he's safe, he's okay, and that he's not hurt further than he was, you know. But yeah, that could have gone wrong. But I'm not blaming Angel for that situation because Angel wanted to pull him out. Yeah, but he should have stood 10 toes down, as they say, 10 toes down, and just. But I feel like if there was anyone to blame, it was the seconds. I think there was two of them. They kept saying no. then Frazer would eventually say, "No, I'm fine, I'm all right." But the seconds were the ones trying to stop Angel from throwing in the towel, because Angel said it 3 times, "I'm going to throw in the towel." Shouting at Frazer, "Are you with me?"
Shouting,
Frazer's
"Are
not
you?
responding.
Yeah, Frazer, can you hear me?" And he's
Yeah.
like, he looks back like almost in slow mo, like, yeah. And I'm like, bro, pull him out.
Yeah, it's mad. It
What
is
shot
mad.
was it, Jamie?
It was a
I'm
left
trying
hook.
to replay the fight where, because his mouth got bloodied quite early.
Yeah. The
And I thought,
uppercut.
if you open back up his jaw or something.
Now you know what he got a cut down his tongue.
Okay.
The uppercuts, obviously, you only wear gum shield here, so you can get caught.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
the shot that done him was the left hook. So I kept
Yes.
throwing left hooks. Then one of the left hooks hit him quite flush.
Yes.
I followed up with 2 more, hit him with a right hand, and he went all the way back on the ropes. And then I started swinging the
Yes.
excited shots that I was talking about.
Yeah, but I saw the shot go in, and then I started to see him retreat. Like, you know, when somebody's like, nah, you know, when you're losing a fight and you're thinking, am I going to have to burn off in a minute? It's like an instinct.
Yeah.
And it started to go backwards. It was that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What round was that, Jamie? I'm trying to remember.
That was round 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, round 11. The drama. That's when the drama kicked in.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it was a brutal, grueling fight. I like the fact that, like you said, he came out sharp. He threw the kitchen sink at you. There was a lot of smothering in the first place. You know, there was a lot of, seemed like the grappling, he seemed to nullify his jab. I never really saw him really pop that jab. But then it's almost like when you said he started to fade, or you started to see like the slip, that's when you started throwing your jab again. Because I've always said I do like the way that you feint the jab or you throw the jab. And I probably say that was from about round 5. I started to see you like pick up. This is like, okay, it's my fight now.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll be honest with you,
Yeah.
Frazer was so good with countering the jab. So every time I threw a jab, he threw like 3 shots. I had to move quickly. Oh, I throw a jab, you uppercut. So he
The
made me
uppercut,
wary.
good uppercuts.
Yeah, he made me so wary about throwing the jab. I made him wary because I kept making him miss. So if people are saying there's no jabs, I'm like, shit, we both made each other wary. I didn't want to throw it because he was countering. Every time he threw it, he kept missing. So it was one of those ones where, and then I counted him like you throw a jab, I counted him with a double left, like was countering, and so people don't realize, there was no jabs between them. Like, I don't want to throw a jab. Forget throwing a jab. Let's get stuck in. I'm safer there. You know what I'm saying? And probably the same with Frazer. Like he's thinking, okay, nah, the jabs are not working. Let me try.
Yeah, it's gonna have to go inside.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you know what, Frazer does fight on it. I've seen him fight on the inside before. It's not like he doesn't. Like Frazer fights on the inside. It's just I beat him on the inside. That's all.
Yeah. It was a good fight. I thought the commentary was lively. I know the commentary's got a bit of stick, but I enjoyed the commentary.
You know what? I think that guy lost the bet the night before. They told him, just say this because you lost the bet. That's the old matter. Because it don't make sense what you were saying. That is funny. Oh my day.
But it was entertaining. Yeah. But you know what? Like I says, commiserations to Frazer, because I know what this would have meant to him. There would have been a lot of pressure on hometown. Yeah. You've seen what happens when promoters put fights on in the hometown of who they expect to win, etc., etc. And it just wasn't his night. Unfortunately, that's the 3rd pop now at the British. And it's like, he's going to have some serious conversations with his team, with himself. But one of the things I want to pick up on is there was a lot of highlighting around Ben Shalom running to Frazer's corner. Then he was catching you and encouraging Frazer to obviously get the certain shots through. He's also your promoter as well. But the bias clearly kicked in. I mean, how does that make you feel?
Obviously, look, I know this. I feel this. That we know Fraser is golden boy, so I can't take it to heart, man. It is what it is. But I beat his golden boy. We're cool. We're sitting there comfortable. with shades on indoors. We're comfortable. But yeah, no, it's just I just beat his golden boy. I guess he wanted Frazer to win, but look, I'm not taking it personally, man, because even if you want someone to win, it doesn't change anything. You know what I'm saying? I still beat him, still beat him. I'm just not gonna take it personally. I'm just gonna keep on moving how we move.
The fight then, like I said, and I'd said it on a live yesterday, I'm not one for being two-faced. If I've got anything to say, I will say it to your face. One of the things that feels, and it could have been any opponent, by the way, but it just feels like a bit of justice for you, because I've interviewed you from the beginning, from before your boxing
Yeah,
debut, been to the fights, seen you there. And I said it yesterday on a live, you was almost like a gap filler. Not
what?
really one that was like a gap filler. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
someone that's there. Oh yeah, we've got a
yeah.
heavyweight,
You
but
got heavyweight. Yeah,
we don't really pay much mind to him. And
yeah,
then it's sort of like you've been working in the background. You got that crazy
exactly.
mad fight with the crazy gloves and some mad geezer that you shouldn't have been
Yeah,
put in when you only had 5 fights, and
yeah,
it was just pure madness around you.
yeah,
But
yeah. All the time.
you've kept grounded and you've worked your way. You got loaned out.
Yeah,
Got loaned out to Queensbury. You was
uh-huh.
you was winning the fight.
Yeah,
Obviously, it didn't end that way. And then you come back, and then it's like, oh, what's going to happen here? Blah, blah, blah. Rematch ordered with Adelaide. Adelaide says, nah, I want to do something else.
yeah,
You're looking at Dave Allen. Paperwork is signed. Then all of a sudden, Frazer gets ordered. Frazer's the favourite. You're once again the B side.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
you
yeah.
go in. This is how I'm looking at it. And then you go
You know,
in,
you're
and then
right.
you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
That's
almost like I watched a Kanye West interview, and he said the best thing about when he wins is when everyone's against him and he just pulls up in his car and he's like,
exactly.
F you, F
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
And he's like, really? And I thought that was your F you moment.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if
And
you saw me.
it's my inside, you understand?
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, do you know what? Everything you just said is exactly how it is. No, like you didn't skip a beat there. You got everything right there. But literally, when they raised my hand, I turned around to the crowd. I was going, man, what? Because no one expected me to win. I was a complete
Yeah,
underdog, but people were writing me off so bad. They're like, Frazer knocks him out. Even if Frazer don't knock him out, there's no way Jamie win on points. That's a shutout win. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, nah, man. And not only that, I didn't even tell you.
yeah,
I, this win is so sweet because you know me. Even if I win, I'm overcritical about my
yeah, I
performance.
know you are.
But I've taken this fight and I'm celebrating. I'm happy because just like you explained, so much was against me. But not only that, let's go back to why the fight got postponed. Let's actually go back there. Started camp. I picked up a back injury from that. I was
Mm,
deadlifting 255, 260, but I was
mm,
doing it without a belt. You got what I'm saying? Just
yeah, madness.
yeah, and I was doing neck harness 100
Yep.
kilos every day.
Oh,
So all of
Jesus.
that in accumulation, and I was doing for fun. I was doing strongman training. I love it. It's fun. I don't know about strong. If you know about when you lift the
Yeah,
stones.
I
Yeah,
do. Yeah. The
yeah. So
stones,
all
them mad pulling the cars and all that.
yeah, yeah. So
Do
I
you know I
I
can pull a
find that
car?
no, I ain't done that part yet. I haven't gone that far, but I was lifting the stones and I find it so fun. So I was doing all of that. So I started off camp with a bad back injury. Yeah,
Mm,
it was literally the muscles on my back was just so tight.
yep.
And then I was sparring at that training, and then one time I did sprints and my back went again.
Yep.
I thought, you know what, I don't want to spar the next day, but the guy came down from a different country. So I
Mm.
had to say, you know what, I had to go in. The spar was going well, I was piecing him up, boom, boom, boom. He threw a shot, my head guard spun like this. I don't know why or how, because it's a leather head guard. It literally cut me. So I got cut. So I said, you know what, we won't spar for like 2 weeks so we can recover. So see in the first presser, I literally had a cut, but no one could see. My
Oh.
eyes a little bit dark, but you can't see. I had a cut. I had it glued together, so it wasn't serious. It wasn't a stitching thing, but I had it glued together. But it still pushes the camp a little bit back because you can't spar.
Yeah.
So obviously after 2 weeks, so then we did the presser, and then the day, I think a couple of days or a day after the presser, I sparred, through a shot, my intercostal muscle went. I thought I broke a rib or something. I'm like, I didn't even get hit. Like, how the hell is this hurting? So now that's hurting. I thought, you know what? Let me have 2 days off, and I'll be back on. I'll be back the following day. And then we're doing pads with Barry through a left hook. I went in agony. I was like, what the hell? Then I tried again, screaming again. But Barry said, we actually got to get this fight pushed back. Look at the condition that you're in. And I said, nah, let's get this fight done. He said, you'd be crazy if you don't go into this fight, not 100%. So I was upset. We had to get the fight postponed. I said, cool. The talk then started.
Oh, that was your fake injury. Oh,
yeah, that was my fake injury that they call it.
Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I didn't want to get the fight pushed back. I wanted to go in that fight injured. I didn't care. But my team said I'll be silly to you. You got to go into this fight 100% as a British title. I said, no problem. Now, I had the rest for 2 weeks. Then I came back. I swear I felt the best I've ever felt. Sparring was good. Everything was good. Yeah?
Yeah.
After a week, I caught a flu. But I thought, like, a bad flu. And I thought, you know what? This will last a couple of days. Guess how long it lasted me?
2 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
I only healed Thursday. Like, I only healed, let's say, 8 days before the fight. 7 days. So I had no choice. I kept sparring when I was sick. So I was doing 12 rounds with a flu. So every time I would spar, I'll go home. I can't even run no more.
Yeah.
But I spent all my energy in the gym. I'll be in the bed shaking like this because that's how bad the flu was. And I thought I'll get better drinking all the tea and stuff, and I wasn't getting better. So a week before the fight, so Tuesday, BBC came to do filming. I'm hitting pads. I'm out of breath. I'm like, I can't breathe. No, I try to hit the bags for 2 rounds. I can't breathe. I'm like, so I'm sitting there upset, down. I'm like, how the hell am I going to do 12 rounds with Frazer? And I can't even do 2 rounds in the bags of pads. And I can't pull out because we've already posted, this is mad. So I'm there sitting there stressing. And then Chris Congo just kept encouraging me. He said, and my mindset coach kept encouraging me. He said, you're going to peak at the right time. Just carry on taking just drinking your tea and stuff like that. Recover so you can get to the fight. Okay. I kept taking 4 days off here, 3 days so I can recover. It still wasn't working. So there was a lot of days where I didn't train. I didn't train properly for this camp. So the fact that I had such a bad camp, I didn't train for this camp, and I was able to do 12 hard rounds with Frazer. I'm over the moon, literally, and I came. That's why I'm so happy with that win. I can't be overcritical because it was. I shouldn't be able to do 12 rounds. I'll be honest with you, But this and this got me through that fight. Those two things.
You know what? It's good to know that.
Yeah.
Because then it makes, like I said, it makes a victory even more sweet.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It seems like you had the right people around you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Congo.
Yeah, my guy.
Chris Congo's solid.
Yeah.
If I'm in problem, there's when I look at fighters, and I think if I had any beef, I know there's certain fighters that I'd have around me.
Yeah.
And Chris Congo is definitely one of them because he is ride or die. So shout out to Chris Congo.
Yeah, shout him out. That's my guy right there, man. My brother right there.
Yeah. Nice geezer, man. But
yeah.
So what is next? And the reason why I'm asking this is I spoke to Solomon Dacres, did an interview. I don't know if you've managed to catch some of that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It's like I've come off a win. I want that fight. I've always wanted the British title fight. Obviously, what happened with him and Adelaide when he got, KO'd early. He comes back, gets the win with Serenko, and he's like, I want that fight. But then, obviously, all the talk now is yourself and Dave Allen.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah. You know what? Dave Allen makes sense just because he's a high profile fight.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's money.
feel
You're
like
thinking about money, yeah?
I'm not necessarily thinking about money, but the eyes that'll be on this, because a lot of people think he beats me. I'm like, okay, let's get it done, because I know I beat him. I just know it's a high profile fight. It's a big fight. He's always wanted to fight for the British. I'm surprised he's never fought for the British. Funny enough, I'm actually shocked to learn that. But yeah, and not only that, initially he was supposed to be my opponent instead of Frazer
Yes.
Clarke.
There's a
So I'd
history,
rather,
yeah.
yeah. So I would explore that option again, just because I was actually supposed to fight him. I was training to fight him. I had sparring partners in for that camp, everything. So I'd rather get that job done first before I explore the Solomon Lucas option, which is a fight that I want as well.
At least you're honest about that.
Yeah.
You know when what is it like? And I know I keep going back to this because it's like, what does it feel like now to be the A side where people are coming to you because you've got something that they want?
They want.
And when you were like under the surface, kind of like in the background, what we like to call a dark horse.
Yeah.
What does it feel like now where, like you said, Talk Sport, yeah, getting back in, he's good for the views. Ben Shalom, oh yeah, you know, yeah. Like Dave Allen. Dave Allen. Yeah, I know I got beat last fight, but yeah, that's a fight. It's like everyone's like, yeah. What does it feel like?
So it's amazing, man. Everyone's talking about me. I don't have to do no talking. I don't have to call, no calling out, no talking. People are desperate to fight me now. No, I'm saying desperate. They are desperate to fight me now because they're desperate. They all desperately want to be the British champion, but
Yeah.
currently I'm the king, king of the castle at the moment. But yeah, no, it's a good feeling. Just like you said, I'm the man now, the A side, and it will remain that way for a very long time.
We like that because it's not just about winning it now, it's about defense. Obviously, you're going to move through the division. You're not going to keep the belt forever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You're looking at Moses Atauma now, ordered to fight Lawrence Okolie.
Oh, is it? Where? For what?
WBC have ordered it. I put it up on my socials.
I haven't seen it. What?
Oh, it's just come out. That's why from that
Lawrence
convention.
is
Wait,
not taking that, man. Lawrence is not taking that.
Lawrence ain't taking it.
Nah.
You don't think?
Dude, I mean, he can take it if he wants, but like you saw how he used to speak about Moses. Oh my days! And the thing is, Queensbury will push for that. So
well, the Queensbury is the one that's posted it. That's who I took it off, but it was ordered at the WBC convention. Yeah, sorry, carry on. I interrupted you there. What would you say?
No, it's just the reason why is because you should see how Lawrence Okolie speaks about Moses when he was young.
Yeah, I've seen that. He was like in awe of him, saying that he's powerful, this, that, and the other.
Exactly. So,
we know Lawrence has been calling out the likes of Dillian White, other fighters, and then bam.
Yeah, so yeah, he's not interested in that. I personally think he's not interested in that, but he got ordered. Yeah, it is what it is. But he doesn't have to take that fight. So,
but imagine. All right then. Well, so what does it look like if he doesn't? How are you going to what excuse or what reason are you going to have to pull out of an ordered fight? What are you going to say?
But the thing is, he doesn't have to say anything. I already know what it is. He can put like he doesn't even have to explain. Like he can just hold his hand and do what he wants because I know what it is. Like I know what it is.
Wow.
You can tell by the way he spoke about like, come on.
But that was back then, though. That was ages ago.
It doesn't matter. He's a better fighter today. Every day, Moses is a killer.
Yeah, I like that young man. He's got a very good, smart head on his young shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, this is not your weight division, but I want to ask your opinion on it. Yeah. Another fight that's been ordered by the WBC is Joshua Buatsi versus Ben Whittaker.
Oh, but I thought, and that's for the Benevit. Oh, man, that's a fight.
That's what I've said. I said I like that fight from day.
Who do you think wins, though? Do we see experience come through? Or
Well,
do
this
you
is
see
why the fight should happen, because at the end of the
that's
day,
actually a good fight, you know?
of course,
Yeah.
it's a good fight,
I'm excited for that. Woo.
and it's so. I don't want. All I'm saying is I don't want to hear Virgil Hunter saying he's not taking the fight. Just
Nah, he
stay over
should.
there. Just let the
Because
fights happen.
the thing is, there's so much domestic fights that
Of
you can
course.
like. You've done too many domestic fights. It's time to move on to world level. If Ben Whittaker's the step to get into world level, then so be it. I think you should take that fight for world level. I mean, fight for a world title.
Who do you think wins, though? Who do you think wins?
I don't know, you know. I'll be real with you, but I've always been a fan of both fighters. I can't lie. So
Mm.
I'm about to upset you a little bit. My phone's
Yeah,
literally on
go on.
4%. My phone's on 4%. So if it dies,
Listen, I'm
blame
gonna
Frazer.
wrap this. No, I'm gonna wrap this up anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to throw those last two out there. But listen, Jeamie, I really appreciate your time.
No,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much. I appreciate it.
No
And
problem. I'll get some.
congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Do you know what
I
I
ain't
mean?
taken it to shade since I
Congratulations.
got home. I've been sleeping in the shade, in these shades, showering in these shades.
It will go down, man. You'll
Everything.
be okay.
Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.